Hey, Tiffany, are you there? I was just wondering how things have been for you lately. Oh, Mom, what a surprise. I feel like you almost never just reach out like this, but I'm doing okay, thanks for asking. Things are pretty normal, I guess. What do you mean? I check in on you all the time, Tiffany. In fact, you're the one who never sends me any messages. I always have to send them first. Oh yeah? Well, I guess now that you say that, it's true. But anyways, do you know how many years it's been since I've moved from home? Because I think you should know that I'm a responsible adult and I don't need this. Well, if you don't want your mom checking in on you, then you should check in on her. I know that we live far away and I wouldn't ask you to come all the way here to visit, but I still would like to know how you're doing. Ugh, Mom, what am I going to do with you? Oh, come on, Tiffany. If you're such a big girl, you should be able to have a conversation with your mother. But anyways, about the children, Timmy and Leia, are they both doing well? Yeah, Mom, everyone is doing fine and healthy here. There's nothing to worry about. Why even ask something like that? Why? What do you mean, why? Because those two are also part of the family, aren't they? You think I wouldn't ask after my own grandchildren? After all, it's been a whole 6 months since I last saw you all. Has that much time really passed since we were last over there? I guess I must have forgotten. I know that you remember, Tiffany. How could you not remember the last time you were here? I mean, that was around the time when you announced that you were getting divorced. Are you telling me that you really don't remember that at all? I don't know what you want me to say, Mom. I've been really busy ever since the divorce, if you must know. Well, I assumed that you would be, but... Are you okay, Tiffany? Like, really okay? Are you sending the kids to school? No problems picking them up afterwards either? I am telling you that we are all fine and happy and healthy over here, okay? You are just being a worrywart. Everything is fine, okay? So just drop it. Well, I mean, you say all of that, but are you really telling me that you're able to handle working, taking care of the kids, and running the house? After all, I know that the kids are still quite young, and I just hope that you're not doing too much and overstretching yourself. And what if I am? What business is it of yours? Are you trying to tell me that I shouldn't have gotten divorced? I'm not saying that at all, sweetie. I just want to make sure that you're remembering to take care of yourself as well. You really are persistent, do you know that? I really hate that about you, Mom. Do you have any idea how tired I am after a day of work? And then I have to come home and put up with this interrogation from you. I'm sorry if you feel that I'm prying too much. I just wanted to check in on you all. I don't really think there's any need to take that kind of tone with me or use that kind of language. Are you kidding me, Mom? I'm not some little kid, and I only said that you were being persistent. Right, of course. Well, anyways, I just wanted to check in since you're divorced. But I'm glad to hear that everyone is doing so well, including yourself. It's only been 6 months since I was even there, Mom. Of course we're all doing fine. What would change in that short of a time span? Were you actually that worried about us? I mean, I was a bit worried, yes. It's just that it had been so long since I heard from you is all. I was just really missing you all and wanted to make sure that you were all doing well. Well, like I said, I'm not a child anymore. I've had children. I'm divorced. I'm very much an adult, okay? Of course I know that, sweetie, but you're still always going to be my daughter. And I just want you to know that you can always come to me with any problems if you have them. Okay, fine. If you really mean that, then you can increase the amount of money that you send me every month. Tiffany, you know that we've talked about this. I told you that that's the one thing I can't do. So you're just too cheap to want to help out your daughter where it counts? Is that what I'm understanding? I'm not cheap or any of that. It's just I can't help you financially. But if there's anything that I can do that doesn't involve money, I'm more than happy to help. So please, don't ever hesitate to come and ask me for help, all right? Yeah, totally. I'll be sure to ask you if there's ever anything that you can do for me. Anyways, I have to get up for work early tomorrow. You have a good night. Hey there, Tiffany. I just wanted to let you know that I sent this month's money to you. Would you mind checking to see if it made it? Oh, thank you so much, Mom. This money is really going to help. I appreciate it. Yes, of course. It really is my pleasure. Although I must say, you only ever seem to be this happy talking to me when it's about money. Otherwise, it's difficult enough to even get a response from you when I send anything. Oh, come on, Mom. Do we really have to start this? You know, if you keep complaining like this, you're only going to get more wrinkles. Aren't you so sweet for being so concerned about your mother like that? But I'm not messaging you to talk about that. What do you mean? Is there something else that you wanted to talk to me about besides the money that you send me every month? Of course there's other things to talk about, Tiffany. Honestly, is this any way to talk to your mother? Okay, I'm sorry. What is it? What do you want to talk to me about? Well, I heard that you deleted your ex-husband George's number from Timmy's phone. Oh, you want to talk to me about that? Yeah, I guess I did that. I probably did it right after the divorce was finalized, but what do you want to know about that? Well, I actually reached out to Timmy to ask if he knew how to contact his dad since I didn't have his number. But then he told me that you erased his number from his phone. Why would you go and do something like that? What do you mean, Mom? Why wouldn't I go and do something like that? I don't understand what you mean by that, Tiffany. Well, the thing is that the two of us are now divorced. And I have custody of the kids, so why would I let my kids keep his contact information? It's not that I don't understand where it is that you're coming from, but at the end of the day, George is still the father of your children. Don't you think maybe you should have let your kids keep his numbers in their phones? No way! That would be taking things way too far if you ask me. I mean, what if he started talking to them in secret? Well, I don't think it would have to be a secret, but it only makes sense for a child to be talking with both parents. Is this really all you wanted to talk to me about? Because if so, then I would really appreciate if you could leave my family business for me to decide. I mean, are you telling me that hearing about what I did actually made you so upset that you had to talk to me like this about it? I mean, I wouldn't say that it made me upset or anything like that, but I just think that your children have a right to know their father, and if one of them says that they want to talk to him, then he should be able to. Oh, just give me a break already, Mom. I know that you think that would work, but it just wouldn't. You know, this is why I really can't stand you sometimes. But let's get something clear. I hate George, and that's why I don't let him contact me or my kids anymore, okay? Tiffany, you're not telling your kids all kinds of negative things about their father, are you? And so what if I am? Are you going to tell me how that's wrong of me to do as well? I mean, yes, kind of. He is the father of your kids, so if not for your own sake, then at least for the kids' sakes, just let their father be. You really think that I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to taking care of my own kids, Mom? I'm just saying that maybe you don't need to be insulting or bad-mouthing George when you're around the kids. Why try and spoil the image they have of their father? You two are already divorced, so I really don't see why it should be a goal of yours to try and turn your children against him. I really don't see what the problem with that is at all. That makes total sense to me, honestly. Tiffany, don't you think that this is a problem that should stay between you and George and not have to involve your kids? In fact, as far as I can remember, George has always tried his best to be a really good father for the children. So why not let them just develop their own relationship with him? What are you trying to get at here, huh, Mom? I mean, what do you think that you're going to accomplish talking to me like this? All I'm asking you to do is not to insult the father of your children to their faces when he really hasn't done anything. I mean, he pays for child support and everything, right? And he's making sure to see the kids once a month as well. I think that says a lot about him. So why try and tear him down for the kids? Look, all I'm saying is that I don't want George talking to the kids when I don't know about it, okay? I'm just saying that I really don't think one parent should be trying to set their children against the other. It's just not right. I'm not saying that I don't understand your feelings towards George, but I just think that you should consider more of the effect this might have on your children growing up. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Yeah, I understand just fine. Thank you very much. I really don't think that you understand at all, if that's all you have to say on the matter. I'm telling you that I really don't think it's good for the children. Maybe if this really upsets you this much, you could just try talking to Timmy about what's going on a little more. What do you mean? Why in the world should I have to talk to him about what's going on? Well, I mean, you can probably imagine that the kids are missing their father and aren't sure about what's going to happen in the future. But I think if you sit him down and talk to him in a mature way, that you two might be able to come to more of an understanding. Oh yeah? Well, I wish I had the time to do something like that, but thank you so much for telling me this about Timmy. Anyways, I'm getting back to work now. We'll talk later.
Hey, Grandma, are you there? Are you awake right now?
Oh my, if it isn't Timmy! What in the world are you doing up this early in the morning? I mean, do you have any idea what time it is right now?
I know, but it's just, I accidentally burned myself and it really hurts, Grandma. I tried putting some cream on it, but it still really hurts. I don't know what I should do to make it stop.
You burnt yourself? What do you mean? Where are you right now? Were you touching something hot?
Well, I woke up early because I had to make some lunch for my little sister since she's going on a field trip today. But then I was boiling water and accidentally touched the hot pot.
Oh no! I'm so sorry that happened to you, Timmy, but why are you telling this to me? You should go and tell your mom about this.
I can't. I have to do this all by myself since my mom isn't at home. She hasn't been for a while.
Wait, what? What do you mean your mom hasn't been home in a while? Where has she been?
I can't tell you, Grandma. I'm sorry, but I just can't.
What do you mean? What can't you tell me? You can't tell me where it is that your mom's been going this whole time? What is going on over there?
It's just that my mom told me that I wasn't allowed to talk to you about this. She said that I wasn't allowed to tell you no matter what. I'm really sorry, Grandma.
Timmy, I want you to tell me what's happening. I know that your mom told you not to, but if she gets mad, then I will tell her that I made you do it. Nothing is going to happen to you if you tell me about what is going on.
Are you sure about this? You really think I won't get into trouble with my mom?
Trust me, I will tell your mom that it was all my fault. So please, just tell me what's happening. How long ago did your mom leave the house?
Well, I think she left the house around the same time that Daddy left the house. At first, she would only come back to do things for my sister.
You mean she would only come back home to take Leia to and from her preschool?
Yeah, stuff like that mostly. But then, after they got back home, Mom would go and I would be in charge of all the cooking and stuff like that.
I had no idea about any of this. So you've been taking care of yourself and your little sister all by yourself this whole time?
That's right. It's been really tough, but okay up until now. After all, I have to be a good older brother.
Oh, Timmy, you really are such a sweet little boy. Hold on just a second. I'm getting some messages and I'll get right back to you.
Wait, what? What do you mean? Is someone calling you right now?
Yes, actually, it's your dad. He's trying to reach me right now. I'm so sorry to ask this suddenly, but who do you prefer, your mom or your dad?
You want to know which parent I like best? Why would you want to know something like that?
Well, I was just thinking about our conversation about how your mom erased his number from your phone. But ever since then, it sounds like your mom hasn't even been home.
Yeah, that is true.
So tell me, Timmy, why didn't you try to get in contact with your dad so that you could ask him for help?
Well, I thought that he might want to come and help us. Even Leah has been saying she wants to be with Dad.
I see. So then it sounds like you might want to be with your dad a little more than your mom, is that right?
I guess so. I don't think I'm supposed to be saying this, but it's really true.
I see. Well, okay. I think I know what I need to do.
What do you mean, Grandma? What are you gonna do?
Don't worry. You and your sister are going to be just fine. Just wait a little longer and I'll come get you both soon. And when I get there, I'll take a look at those burns and make you both some lunch.
Okay, Grandma. I'll just wait here for you then. Thank you for coming to help us.
Tiffany, where are you right now? Mom, do you have any idea at all what time it is right now? Why have you been pestering me so much lately? That's not what I'm here to talk to you about. I asked you where you are right now. What is your deal? I'm at home like I always am at this time of night. Did you really even need to ask me? Don't you lie to me. I know that isn't true, Tiffany. What are you talking about? You really think that I'm lying to you about being home at 10 at night? Of course I do. After all, you're still not back home yet. I'm sorry, Mom, but I really have no idea what any of this is about at all. Just what makes you say that when you're not even with me to know that? Well, it's just I would think that if you were really at home, then you wouldn't be acting as calmly as you are right now. After all, haven't you noticed that neither of your children are at home? I just thought you'd be a bit more worried about that. I don't know, I would think that a good mother would be frantically searching for her children. What are you talking about? My children aren't at home? What makes you say something like that? I guess you really don't have any idea what I'm talking about at all, do you? I don't know what's going on here, but I want to know what you mean when you say that my children aren't at home right now. Oh, don't you worry. The children are safe and sound with me. We're all at George's house right now. But, what is happening? Why are you all with George right now? This doesn't make any sense. Well, we're all here because he's going to look after the kids, especially since you weren't doing any of that. I'm just here to drop them off and make sure that everyone is feeling okay. Hold on a second. Did you talk to Timmy? What did he tell you? Why do you ask that? Was there something that he wasn't supposed to tell me? Honestly, what kind of mother just leaves her children all alone like you did? What's the matter with you? I knew it. I knew that little brat wouldn't be able to keep his trap shut. Even after I told him that he better not say a word of this to you. I would be less concerned with what your son told me and more concerned about what's going to happen to you. I mean, did you really leave your children all alone just so that you could go and see some new man? You really ought to be ashamed of yourself. What are you even talking about? How dare you say that about me when you don't have any proof of what you're talking about at all? Oh, you want proof? That's the one thing I have plenty of. In fact, don't you think it's strange that I'm with George when I don't have his number either? Yeah, actually, what is up with that? I didn't even give him our new address when we moved. Well, the thing is that George caught on to how you were isolating him from his kids quite quickly. And when you wouldn't respond to any of his messages, he started to get worried and did some investigating. Wait, what? Are you telling me that my ex-husband has been stalking me since we got divorced? I wouldn't call it stalking, but yes, for the past 6 months he's been keeping an eye on you and the children. Why? Is he going to try and take custody of the children from me? Is that what all of this is about? I haven't done anything wrong at all. You really have some nerve saying that when you've been caught red-handed like this. I'm just sick of dealing with you, Tiffany. But thankfully, I won't have to anymore. George says that he is going to do what it takes to protect the children. So I suppose you'll be hearing from his lawyers soon. But after all this, I never want anything to do with you ever again. Wait, Mom, I still don't understand what's happening. Am I going to lose the kids? Please, I didn't mean for things to happen like this. Hello? Mom, are you still there? After that, George hired a lawyer and had them start to relitigate the custody of their children. George handed over all the evidence that he had gathered of Tiffany's parental neglect. Although the court raised its eyebrow at George's dubious information gathering, the evidence made it clear that Tiffany was not suited to raise her children and custody was given to George. Now, Tiffany is the one having to pay George child support while he takes care of the children. I go over to visit them often, and they seem much happier with their father. As for Tiffany, I kept my word and haven't spoken to her since that day. I hope one day that there's no more need to avoid her, but for now I'm concentrated on making sure my grandchildren grow up safe and happy. Of course, I didn't want things to end this way between my daughter and I, but Tiffany refused to even think that she could be in the wrong, and until that changes, I'm afraid that her situation never will. All I can do is hope. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
That wasn't what I deserved. For all the times you have cared for me like a benevolent father. For all the times I have loved and cared for you like a good son. This was uncalled for. The audacity you have to seek understanding with me after what you did. All you should be seeking right now is a downright apology. Because as much as I hate to say it, son, you deserved that slap. And even more than that, you're lucky that Jessica stayed my hand in her kindness. Even though you've done her such great disrespect. You should be ashamed of yourself. That's big of you to say that, Dad. Mighty big. First the missing ring, that she accused me of thieving and consuming for a party. And then the ruined car, that she accused me of smashing while drunk driving. You have remanded me both times for the crime I didn't commit. Because I don't know where the ring went, and I didn't even go out the day the car was smashed. But I stayed quiet, for the sake of respect I have for you. But then, she accuses me of trying to sexually engage her while in her bathrobe? Is she nuts? And what about you? You didn't even try to investigate the truth. You just slapped me in front of everyone. Shut up, John. I should have known it sooner. You've lost your manners to your own perversion. It's disgusting that my own son tried to harass my innocent wife, a stepmother who advocated him on every front, a woman who loved me in my old years. My own form, my own blood tried to harm her. Just listen to yourself, Dad. Just listen to yourself. That woman has your brain held in her grasp. And now she has got a man as reasonable as you to slap his own son. Does all that your new wife says should be always true without any objection? Even if the allegation is about your own son? And an allegation as berating as that? You're as berated as whatever you have done to us. I should have known. If I can't trust you with a ring, how can I trust you with her? She said that she looked at you, begging you not to touch her, but all she saw in your eyes was an animal. An animal, John! I have respected her in every way possible, have tried to make her feel like a mother to me. I never knew she could say such things about me. But now that I recall, she was the one who drove that car the day it was smashed. And the ring she never took off her finger, cannot be stolen by someone else. But you never tried to say a word to her in my defense, even though she didn't give any proof for her accusations. Look at my son. Aren't you a gem? There she is, his own stepmother, traumatized in a room, all because of his perversion. And he has the guts to malign her name in her absence, in her illness. What a beautiful tyrant I brought up. Yes, I said those things, and I could say more. But all you have to know is that she lied to Dad. She lied on every single instance. I don't know why she did that, but she was lying. Trust me, please! I have got no trust left to spare for animals like you. I should have done more than just a slap. Should have got you arrested. A perverted beast like you shouldn't be left untied. And I have much less interest in all your lame excuses. My wife just marauded by my own son. Alas. If that is it for you, then that's it for me too. If I am really a rogue animal to you, then so be it. I will not show my face to you ever again. I'll resign from the company tomorrow. Goodbye. Consider yourself resigned already. Resigned from my heart and mind too. In my relationship. You're not my son anymore. Be gone.
How's the unemployed life going?
Sorry? Who are you?
Come on, don't be shy. Tell your stepma all about your new adventures. How does life feel when you actually have to earn your way through it?
Oh, you. I didn't expect you'd stoop so low. To make an accusation of me touching you in your bathrobe is so perverted. To consistently try and separate a father and his son is so pathetic. But then a woman your age cannot just fall into love with a 50-year-old man for nothing. You get what I mean?
Well, well, well. Look at the man baby climbing out of his cradle. It should be so painful for you to actually know who you are. Your identity is a whisk of sand without your father. Weren't you just on a free ride at the expense of your father? All those parties and little to worry about work? I, on the other hand, made my way into this luxury through hard work. I impressed a millionaire and had a knee bent before me. To the allure of my body and my continence, I rule his heart.
Here, here. The wench speaks of the hard road.
Yeah, I am the wench. And who are you? A pervert who is only a disgrace to his father. A man so unworthy for his job that the day he is fired, the next man in line just takes his place without a problem.
Shut up, Jessica.
Really, John? Who are you to be worthy of this luxury? Just because you were his seed makes you a king? Though, seeds like you should never have found a womb. It's better that your mother isn't alive to look at you right now. I bet she would have never had you, had she seen what you're gonna turn into.
You have no right to talk about my mother like that. You're even lower than I thought.
Lower is the man to whom I speak. Just wanted to make you know your place. Never try to come back again. There's no place for you with us. He is not your father now. I made sure that he remains to be just my man.
Hey, please update me on the progress. Are the things final yet from your end? Yes, sir. Almost done with all the fiscal settings. We will be ready to sign the deal by evening. Great. So, if things go well, we will cut the biggest business deal in the entire state today. Talk about the competitive edge we will have over our rivals right now. We might just run the other firms dry. Yes, sir, you're right about that. But there's a slight pickle about it too. And what would that be? Mr. Jeremy Jefferson called me on our official telephone line today. Please check with me before you cut a deal this evening, he said. He was pretty insistent that we should not go solo into this project. Aha. But why so? He said that a business alliance with Jefferson Industries in this deal would do us better. Doing otherwise would ruin both companies. And why should we share our contract with a rival firm we have beaten already? What are the chances of this ruin? What is even this ruin in the first place? Exactly, sir. I asked him the same questions, but I couldn't get the right answer. He became rather enraged at my professional tacit, threatened me, and finally cut the call. That's my father for you. Never providing proofs for his assumptions, never accepting any questions about his assumptions, and never admitting that he might be wrong. But sir, what's your decision? Because in the end, it's still your call. This mega deal will saturate the workflow towards us and greatly affect the rival businesses. It might even bankrupt some of them, and your father's firm is the #1 contender for total collapse. The whole team would understand your choice if you don't go on to sign this deal without an alliance with your father's business. And why would I do so? Why shouldn't I rather understand? Do my intelligent employees expect them to understand me and my sentiments for my father? It's not fair. I am not a boss, rather a leader. My men have earned this deal with their own dedication. We won't share this glory with another just because he is a close relative. And on the other hand, his product is already facing decline. What alliance can he give us business-wise anyways? At this point, none, sir. Okay then, go on and prepare. We will finalize this contract today. Understood. That's it. That's what? First you threaten my employee, then you text me after such long years, and you don't even do that properly. Had you known the pain of living with the word animal for so many years, you would have had better words to speak. That's it, John. You win, I lose. Are you happy now? Ha, John? I mean, you do have your vengeance, finally. You have walked over your own father. I can't swallow the fact that even after so many years, your envy for whatever I had is alive. Dad? If it's business that you're talking about, then none will be able to explain that. Just do not talk to me like that again, please. I am not a child under your roof anymore. I have my own roof now. I don't need to be the devil to you when you already have one by your side. Don't call me dad just after rating me of everything I earned with hard work of life, my business, my income, and my career. And don't bring her into the conversation. She is my angel, and she has been with me all the years you weren't. The mega deal I signed has nothing to do with rating you a business. It has everything to do with my strive to become successful and make you proud. You can't understand how disheartening it is to see your father disown every good you do. Moreover, you fired me yourself, and I didn't complain like you. I rather did what I had to do to be on my 2 feet again. It wasn't my fault that you were an amateur at what you did. Anyone could have fired you. And it's not my fault that all the dealers in state now prefer my product now and not yours. I hope you understand, but you can't. Your brain has been hijacked by that vile woman. I told you even before, don't you dare speak ill of her. I'll choose her over you on any given day. Go to hell, both you and your business.
Hey, John.
And who might that be?
Your stepma, silly. You still haven't saved my contact?
And why would I need to save it?
Because I am your father's wife. That's why?
Well, I am not so sure you understand the social conventions. Do you remember the terms we parted on? I don't think you need to talk so sweetly to me. Provided you distance me from my father, and then practically bullied me with your words after that.
Well, well. Don't you have a great memory? You should also recall calling me out as a wench.
Yes, I do, and I stand by that.
What if the wench has fallen for you now? What if the wench thinks that you're such a man?
Why would I care about that? Why should I need to? What do you really want from me? And what is it all about anyways?
I want your acceptance, John. I want you to like me back. Because what I see in you is your father, only younger. When I hear about you crashing down bars and beating rivals, I think about how I want to be associated with you. Just come to me, John. Just remove the distance between us.
I am perplexed, Jessica. What do you mean? What type of association? Why can't you be clear about what you want?
I want you, John. I want to relive my intimacy with you. This is the type of an association I want with you. Most of all, I see a man in you. A man who can be my friend and bear me. I fantasize about you and your handsomeness every single day.
Well, I am handsome, aren't I? And it is natural that a woman your age would want a handsome man like me to fulfill her needs. Maybe cutting distance with you won't be so bad. Maybe I should do it.
Words won't do it, Johnny boy. You have to make your actions count. Meet me on this location tomorrow, and we will celebrate your success like it deserves to be celebrated.
But don't you think it would be better for you to tell my father before we start this? So he knows fair and clear that he's not worth your while now.
No, he is too old to be reasoned with already. He doesn't commend his own son for his achievements, and is envious of his own seed. What wrong can we do to such a man? A man who has wronged himself almost fully. He's not even a man, just some bones in the skin walking around. I am rather doing him a favor by compensating for his arrogance and embracing you on your success.
Okay, Jesse. You decide the time we meet. We will celebrate together.
Good boy. Just let me decide everything for you, and you'll end up just fine.
What? What the hell is that? Is that my Jessica? No! Your Jessica? Still yours, you say? Do you really see what she is doing in the video? How low is your self-esteem, Dad? This woman has really made you her rabid dog. Look at her reaching to kiss me while I push her away. I don't believe you. This is a lie. No! On the top of it, she says you're not even a man. She says that you're just a pack of bones. And she wants me, prefers me over you. Don't believe me? Just see it yourself in these screenshots. All those years of love, was it just a dream? Just a betrayal? Jesus, no! I told you, Dad, I told you, that she is a whore and you're just her wimp. That she is spinning you around by your ears like her personal bitch. And you're being whatever she wants you to be. But you didn't listen. This is what it has come to now. The day you went bankrupt, she comes to me and backstabs you. I don't know what to say. I am broken. Just like I was when you drove me away from yourself. Just like when you and her made me fall into hardships alone. Now it is your turn. Burn in your pain alone. So you can see clearly that you wronged me so much. The ring. The car. The slap. Oh my God. My dear son. I am so sorry. Please forgive me. Don't apologize to me, Dad. Apologize to yourself. Only that's important. About me, you drove me away yourself. And now my boat is far, far away. Goodbye, Dad. I love you, son.
You maggot. First you invite me, then you push me away before everyone around, and you record me on the top of it.
It was about me getting repelled by the wars like you. It was me making you look like a fool. Don't ask me about it. Ask your husband. He probably has the divorce papers ready by now.
You runt. Why did he have to know? Why did you have to do this? I'll ruin you. I'll never forget this.
Calm down and feel the shame as now your play ends. And you finally have to live as yourself, not as some rich man's wife. Bugger off. And don't forget to tell me later that how life plays when you have to earn your way through it. Goodbye. Jeremy found his energy and redemption in his son's revenge over him and Jessica. He walked again, but with lessons and pain of the past, yet with hope for the future. He started his firm again with whatever was left and found earning enough to go by his lonely but self-sufficient life. On another hand, Jessica went on the road of shame and ruin. Now left alone by both father and son, she found no remorse from the outer world. Everywhere she went, she was seen with disgust, given that she had become notorious for a bad character and greedy mindset. John stood victorious and redeemed. His revenge exacted, and his life performed. He successfully took the stairs of glory as his firm became internationally recognized, and all who doubted him were proven wrong.